and welcome everyone to Gunpowder, Treason, No Plot. I am your DM and host, as always, Adam Cookson, and I'm joined by my three regular co-hosts, Matt Dennis, Flo Dennis, and James Bunkle. Say hello.
Hello. I am here.
You are present.
I am indeed.
Are you accounted for?
We'll see.
Okay, I'll allow it. And they will be reprising their roles as Tommy Hawkins, our gunslinger rogue, Sophia Landrin, our fighter cleric, and Rogar MacLeod, our paladin sorcerer. And, well, I think we can say that shit hit the fan last week.
Our nice, quiet little episode where we were supposed to just, turn up and reap our rewards for the epic first arc, as you do. That glorious moment where we all get the medal except Chewbacca. And
that would be R4 then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he wasn't there.
Where did we leave him?
He's in the room.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just not doing anything because he has nothing to do here.
He's just idling.
Pretty much.
He's playing chess against himself.
Yeah. So last week was a nice quiet episode where you chatted around a bit, killed a snake. That'll have no consequences whatsoever, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Met some crazed preachers on the streets that Rogar was buddy with, and attended a meeting and got some big ass rewards. Congratulations, guys. Well done.
Yay.
That's all that happened.
Yeah, that's all that happened. Let's move on.
Yeah, so what do you guys want to do today? I guess
nothing.
Free and clear.
Let's go shopping again.
Yeah, yes. we could do that. Nice, quiet, uneventful episode.
No, I'm going to buy some cushions for our new land,
Yeah, for our new land, you're just going to scatter cushions across the terrain.
Oh, that's why they're called scatter cushions. Matt.
3 million cushions, please.
Buy one plow and one horse and get to work.
Oh, get R4 to work.
Yeah. Well, no. Sadly for you guys, the meeting did not go as planned. So you went to the Varadin Council meeting to get a sense of what was going on in the world. Apparently, shit's kicking off in lots of different areas. There's a whole host of problems arising in the north with monsters on the prowl for reasons unknown. The army is currently stationed within Varadin because they're understaffed and currently trying to decide whether they want to enact military coup or not. And you all needed to pick the new members for the council, but first you wanted to collect a reward, which was a fortress of some sort from a previous noble, and lands and responsibilities that went along with it.
And the deed of that is in Tommy's pocket.
It is.
Awesome.
And you also wanted to create your own little law enforcement agency, or mercenary enforcement agency. I'm not really certain how you want to describe that, but
we're hobos, all right.
Yeah, we just wanted an official sanction to basically do what the fuck we want. So a bit like the CIA. We were going to sell drugs in some of the other countries and start revolutions and things.
Yeah.
Revolutionary for hire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you've got a revolution and you can find them, you can contact Hobo. Tommy can't fly.
I get on a plane, fool.
Yeah, everything was kind of going relatively well. Rogar suggested, hey, maybe Varys should run, at least be sat on the Council of Varadin. And people didn't immediately shut that down, so Rogar was feeling pleased.
Yeah, he was.
Then a few things happened. Tommy got into an argument with Magus Doran.
I mean, that was a given. I mean, as soon as I saw him in the room, we were going to have words.
Indeed. But, well, Rogar felt a cold chill, and Sophia felt her symbol of Kalimvor start to glow. Whatever could that mean? So Rogar went to look out the window, only to be greeted with the window shattering in his face as what initially looked like just a bolt of energy that coalesced into an arrow went straight through our poor, dear old friend Heinrich Sandrin's back, killing him instantly and leaving him
Heine.
basically... Yeah, poor Heine. He's impaled to a table.
Yeah. pretty shitty ending for a guy, but I mean, at least he got what he wanted. The revolution was a success.
Mhm.
He can die happy now. He felt like a good, calm presence for helping usher in the new council, new structure.
A steady bureaucratic hand at the wheel.
Exactly. So, oh well, he had to die.
Of course. And yeah, with that dramatic event, Rogar looked out to the sky and decided, you know what's a good idea? I'm gonna jump out this window.
I still love that.
Yeah. I wasn't mad. I listened back and I was like, I actually stopped him describing stuff and talking to say, I jump out the fucking window.
But why? Because I do.
Well, Rogar
Rogar's
does
a man
that.
of action.
Yeah.
What action? Doesn't matter. Action.
I have a plan. Attack.
Oh man. Rogar's the kind of player who'd punch Thanos
Yes.
while we're trying to get him to sleep.
Yeah, Rogar jumped out the window, hit himself with a wand of Featherfall, and got an excellent view of 5 angelic creatures appearing in the sky to declare themselves essentially the invading force of the Divine Hand, as they gave a little bit of a dramatic speech and entrance, introducing themselves as angels of various gods, some of which you guys have direct dealings with. There was Oroth of Kalemvor, Abriel of Torm, Mihir of Lathander, Koretha of Bane, Rogar's former deity, and seemingly their leader, Cassiel, the righteous flame of Tempest. And they looked like they meant business, as Rogar softly glided to the ground.
Yeah,
Well,
I love that image. I just can't get that image out of my head of one of them just telling the other one, is that a dragonborn just gradually floating inconspicuously to the ground?
I can fly too.
slowly and in one direction.
Oh.
So Rogar got a nice view of some massive chunks of rubble being thrown into the city, and the invasion is on. The Divine Hand, a group that was mentioned once before, but we've not really seen anything of, has finally arrived in Varadin, and, well, shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, how do I even start this?
The beating of wings.
As the
Yeah.
angels fly away to find a new target. Bye, angels.
Bye bye.
You were
Wow.
the classic bait and switch. Now everyone can go home.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going to continue kind of describing the scene a little bit, since Rogar's going to float towards the ground, and that's going to take a little while.
Yeah. I really didn't think about this.
No.
You can't tell at all, dude. It's all good.
So, Rogar, as you're floating down, you watch the massive chunks of rubble kind of get flung into the city and start impacting on buildings that you don't know what those buildings are, but they aren't going to be open for business tomorrow, put it that way. And you see other angels begin to fly over the walls, smaller than the ones in the sky, and you kind of get a sense of scale that these other angels are probably human-sized, whereas the ones floating up above are big. Not quite as big as like a giant, but definitely like anywhere between 12 to 16 foot tall, you'd say. The
Okay.
leader, Cassiel, looks incredibly intimidating, and you notice that this corona of light that appears around these 5 angels, when you try to look at Cassiel, it's almost blinding like a sun. And he draws a massive greatsword into one hand, and you watch as that aura just extends around his sword, so the sword begins to just glow in this radiant light, and he begins to slowly head towards where the broken window was that you just leaped out of, as the other 4 angels fly up a little bit higher, and, well, you watch as clouds begin to form over Varadin.
Okay.
That are going to start getting angry very soon. So 4 of those angels have gone up even higher, and Cassiel is heading towards the Varadin Council chamber. He was around 600 feet away at a rough guess from when he shot Heinrich.
Okay.
That's
Um,
really that's a
Yeah.
long distance shot.
So
Yeah.
and he is quite quick, let's say.
Okay.
So the other things you'll notice, Rogar, as you're outside, palace guards are scrambling out to try meet whatever forces are invading in the city. You start hearing alarm bells going off, like people are just ringing and making any noise they can. There's explosions as more rubble and flaming pitch is thrown over the walls. This is a full-scale invasion, and you know that the Varadin army is stationed within the city, so they'll be putting up a fight, but they were not expecting this.
Okay.
So-
So,
go on, you first, Rogar. You're the one outside.
Yeah.
And then
can I see anyone around that I know, like maybe Guard Captain Emmerich or something like that?
Do me a perception with advantage, because this is you just sort of scanning the area, and you've got a hell of a view.
I do. It's only a 14.
14. You can see a few people who look a little bit more senior, wearing slightly sort of fancier Royal Guard plate, and one kind of gives you a look of maybe Emmerich. He seems to be issuing a lot of orders.
Okay, so I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna shout over to Emmerich, because if I can see Cassiel coming towards the room,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say, Emmerich, take your men to the council chambers now. Go, and then in the hopes that he hears me and moves.
I will do a check, see if he can hear you over like just the sheer cacophony of noise that's going off at the moment. As you're floating down, he doesn't seem to hear you. He's like shouting orders. There's explosions going off in the city. His men are yelling things back as they all start grabbing weaponry and they're running to the front gates of the palace. He doesn't hear you from this distance just yet, so at the moment he's unaware.
How far is this distance, if you mind me asking?
So you were jumping out a third-story window?
Yep.
So you've got to be, what, about 80 foot in the air, something around that?
Oh, so it's is he within 120 feet?
Yeah, I would say he probably is.
I'll cast message and do it that way.
Okay, so first you kind of yell and you see he doesn't notice you, and then you cast message and repeat it, and he looks around and sees you floating down more or less towards him, and this massive angelic creature who is literally just like a bright, shining sun in the sky is heading towards the council chamber. So, Rogar, as you're floating down, you see Emmerich starting to yell towards some of the closest guards to begin heading back into the palace. We're going to pick up inside the council chamber.
Right. We need a plan. That fucking angel's coming closer. Right. Pierce, can you take some of the men and get out to your troops in the city and start organising a resistance?
Pierce begins to step up, and you notice Oman as well is already like trying to grab like some blades and start to prep for an attack on the room. And Araha Odell stands up and he puts his hand to his own symbol of Tempus that is around his neck, which is like an upright flaming sword. He looks at Cassiel coming closer, and you see like his hands are shaking. He turns to look at the rest of the room and goes, "Run. Run. Now. Immediately. Go! You cannot stand against this creature. Run!"
Can we not appeal to it? Look, we've killed Kren. Can we not tell him what the people of this city have risen up? We must try.
He sort of shakes his head and goes, well, like he's trying to consider what you're saying is, if any of us stands a chance of talking to this being, it is I. I have worshipped Tempus my entire life. If he will not hear my words now, then no time will he ever hear them. But the rest of you should not be here. I do not know what this being is here to do, but angels, one of their principal roles is judgment and destruction. This entity will not have been brought here to talk to anyone. I will do what I can, but if you will remain, this creature will be the end of us all. At least with this. He looks at Heinrich and goes, perhaps it will be just the end of myself.
To be fair, I'm inclined to agree with him.
I was hoping to try and appeal to him. After all, we've already done his job for him. People of this city have risen up ourselves. These are good people.
Maybe he can talk to them. I mean, why is he going to listen to us over another follower of Tempus?
Because there isn't an angel of Tempest out there. There is an angel of Kalenvor.
No,
Dunno.
he's
Cassiel's an angel of Tempest.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, sorry.
Mhm.
Cassiel is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Cassiel the Righteous Flame. Sorry.
yeah, and he's coming towards us.
Yeah,
The one of
cut-
Kellenbor is fucked off.
Yeah, cut that bit then. Sorry, I didn't realise.
But as you guys are looking out at, as you guys are just talking, the entire room is starting to just be lit up in this radiant light as this creature is getting closer.
Right. All we can do is try and defend the walls in the city. I'm going to try and find Guard Captain Emmerich, get his boys out into find some strong points. They're not frontline soldiers, but maybe they can hold some key buildings. Break up the flow. They know this city better than anyone else. I'll maybe
Let's
see if I
run.
can get the rat runners as well. Yeah, I'm moving already. I'm just
Okay.
talking to you about things we need to
Yeah.
do.
Talk to me. Don't talk to he. He can stay behind if he wants.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm moving.
So Tommy, Sophia, Barrett, Ormon, and Doran all start running to the door. As you guys get to the door and start to leave with some of the other palace guard,
I assume R4's coming too.
R4 as well. He is
Yeah, I'm so tempted to just push Magus Doran back in the room and shut the door, but I'm not going to.
As you're kind of looking behind you to see what happens, just as you leave the door, you watch as that angelic being was probably around 100 feet away from the window, suddenly disappears and reappears right at the window. And the entire room is just blanketed in golden light. And you watch as Araha Odell is kind of silhouetted in front of him. And I take it you guys run.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you heading?
So, yeah, Tommy's going to try and get hold of Guard Captain Emmerich and sort of get his city guards, because they're not frontline soldiers. They're not going to hold a wall like the army can, like Pierce can. So what he's going to do is, presuming that we're going to get breached because they've got angels coming over the walls, we're going to try and take some strong points, hold up the city in the best place we can, sort of defense in depth. We're not going to defend the front lines. What we need to do is hold some key strategic points of the city. And
You've been playing way too much Risk, dude.
That's just logical for city fighting.
It's not wrong.
Yeah. And the city guard are the best for that, because they know the city inside and out. They know what strengths and weaknesses of certain buildings and areas. You want pretty solid buildings to act as redoubts, so that people can retreat to them, that kind of thing. So that's kind of Tommy's idea, really. And he's going to try and rally the city guard, maybe some of the gangs as well, if he can get out that into the sewers to get them. But we're running pretty low on time at the moment.
Ormon kind of nods as you guys are running away from the council chamber and goes, "We can definitely pick up some guard along the way. I know a lot of them. Many of them were ex-revolutionaries. We can try hold out somewhere in the city."
Yeah, I think that's our best plan, to be honest. Break up the attack on our strong points and hold out, try and keep some of the civilian population alive. I'll leave the army up to you, Barrett. It's your bread and butter, mate. You try and hold them back as much as you can.
Barrett nods and looks to Magus Doran and goes, "You, mage, consider yourself conscripted. Come with me. We will rally the army." "Well, I wasn't planning to." And then Barrett just literally grabs him by the robe and drags him ahead of you guys.
Oh, he might actually be useful for once.
Well, we can hope.
Rogar, as you're still floating towards the ground just before you duck below the wall, do me a perception check.
Ooh, an 18.
18. You look around the city again to start seeing even more of these angels flying over the walls, and you can just hear full-on attack going on outside the palace. Like, everything is descending into chaos. But as you're darting your eyes around, just trying to get a bearing on things, you watch as that storm cloud up ahead is starting to become more realized, like it's becoming more physical, and you can see weird bursts of light from within it as well. One thing you do notice, upon one of the buildings, a little bit outside the palace, just before you dip behind the wall, you see a figure in a black robe sat on the roof.
Interesting.
And then you dip behind the wall and you kind of land on the ground, and Emmerich comes running up to you. "Rogar, what's been going on up there?"
So, basically, council meeting ended, Heinrich's dead, and now there's a big angel in there. And the city's being overrun. So come with me, and it's time to go to war, mate.
Heinrich, that's... God damn it. I don't know what we can do against those flying monsters, angels, or whatever the hell they call themselves, but I can certainly get the palace held with the guard. We can try to stop people from getting inside.
Yeah, I assume we want to hold the palace, don't we? So my only worry is they can just fly in.
He kind of nods at that and he starts signaling towards the guards to just grab bows and arrows and start heading up to like the ramparts of the walls.
Yeah, that sounds good. Tell you what, when you see Tommy and Sophia, who I assume will be about a couple of minutes behind me because, I can fly.
You can fall with style.
Make sure they know what you're fortifying, how you're going to do it, and give them a bit of lay of the land, so to speak. Let them know what you can see. I've got to go find someone. See you in a bit. And I want to go running off towards where I saw that figure on top of the house.
Okay. So you start running towards like the main palace gate, just as like all of the palace guard are starting to like arm themselves and get ready for an incoming assault. Emmerich barely has a chance to say goodbye to you as you run off, and you make your way into the city. A few minutes after that, yes, Tommy and co will arrive in the courtyard of the palace, and you'll see Emmerich like directing guards. You see palace guards running towards you guys as well, as if they're going to head up into the palace.
Can I just say, as I was running away,
Mm-hmm.
can I be casting a spell as I run?
Sure, what do you want to cast?
Fine, Steed.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but if I've started now as I'm running, at some point he will arrive.
Hopefully in the nick of time to whisk us all away.
Well, me.
Yeah, then you can come find us and whisk us away. Ish.
I think
Last chopper out of Saigon, man. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're just hitting the ground. I'm going to turn to the guards trying to rush up and say, "Don't bother, guys. Palace is gone. Angels inside now. Hold strong points. Find areas you can defend. That's the
You
key."
seen Rogar?
Emmerich is starting to head over to you guys, and you all just recognize him immediately. He's tidied up his like a scruffy beard that you last saw him with. His hair is now like neat and tidy. He looks more like the Emmerich who was like the fake version of Emmerich. He looks more like that now, and he sort of jogs up to you all and goes, "You mean the palace is already lost?"
Yeah, it's done for, mate. Us protect the people. Forget the stuff.
He looks at your group and goes, "Your friend Rogar said Heinrich was dead. Where's everyone else?" And Barrett, Doran, and the Araha aren't there at the moment. They've all gone.
So I'll basically explain they've gone to sort of shore up the front, and kind of explain what happened up there and how how he was impaled, and how we were told to leave, and we decided that was the best course of action.
Emmerich kind of like shakes his head angrily. He's just like, Odell knows what he's doing.
Well, of all people, a Godbother is the best one to talk to a bloody angel.
Well, I think they support the same deity, so yeah, why not? Give it a go.
I would say, obviously, I don't know if you've already thought about this, Sophia, but do you want to do any checks about these creatures?
Could do. Give it a go.
Yeah, it'd be a religion check if you want to find anything out.
Religion with advantage?
No.
Unless you want, I guess.
8.
8.
What about specifically the Kalemvor one?
I would say you wouldn't know this particular angel, if that makes sense. He wouldn't be notable by name, so I wouldn't give you anything sort of extra on that. But for the sake of your 8, you will know some cursory knowledge from what you and sort of houses have discussed before around angels. You won't know anything specifically about these ones, though, or well, recognizable about these ones. So what you know broadly about angels is they're celestial agents that get sent forth into other planes by their deities. They are essentially like shards of divine energy made into like a physical form, and they act out purely the will of their gods. And they can take on a number of different roles. They are good arbiters, because you've heard it said that you can't lie to angels. They're incredibly, it's not just that they're incredibly perceptive, they know the truth when you speak to them. They are incredibly lawful. They will basically enact a judgment to the letter, and if their god demands something of it, they will fulfill it. If they don't, they would become like a fallen angel, and there's lots of other information around that. But specifically on like active angels, that's what you know about. Other than that, they're essentially immortal. They don't require food. They don't need to sleep or drink or do anything. They don't age. They are eternal.
Fucking hell, dude. These things are right up their own arse. I mean, don't even try and bother lying to them. I mean, they're pretty much the right hand of a fucking god. I mean, it does what the god wants it to do, so...
Thing is, we don't need to lie to him.
Well, it's very true, but...
We killed Kren. We took out the nobles. They were the ones that fuck with this lot.
Well, hopefully, I mean, what's his name's talking to him and sharing some sense with him.
Dunno. I wish we could do more. What do we do against angels?
Oman sort of shrugs at you and goes, "We do what we can. We try to protect the people. We try weather this onslaught."
Look, get some guards. Start filtering him into the sewers. Maybe they just want to destroy the city. Maybe it's not murder every fucker in it. If we can get people out of harm's way, there's a lot of room down there. And although parts of it have been pretty badly flooded recently, there's a chance that they might overlook it. Get some guards, get them filtering families, women, children, old people down into the sewers. Maybe some of them can get away that way.
Oman kind of nods at that suggestion and goes, "Okay, I will spread the word. Do you wish to all come with me?" Emmerich kind of looks to you and goes, "My plan was to secure the palace, but perhaps it's already lost. Would I be better served going out into the streets, backing up the city guard?"
Yes, mate, Emmerich. You and your boys know the city better than anyone else. Get your boys in strong points, areas you can defend. Get them holding up, taking up the time of these hordes. Putting archers in the top of the building, putting guys with big sort of tower shields down and below. Places you can hold on to for a while. Get them sorted, filtered up, lots of ammo in those places, and then they can break their waves against you guys. Well, everyone else can, all the innocent people, try and escape.
Where's Rogar? Didn't he just fuck out the window?
Of course he did. Who fucking knows? Have you seen him? I say to Emmerich.
Yeah, he went running off like a shot, like he'd seen something. He just headed out through the gates. You're not too far behind him.
I might go follow him. He might need our help.
Take one of the sending stones.
Yeah?
Tell me if you find anything. I'm going to help Emmerich here. I'm going to try and see if we can fortify this city. I know a bit about street fighting. Of course, this is on a slightly larger scale than I'm used to, but I know about ambushing, and I know about holding areas of great value. So I'm going to give him a hand.
Arthur, you're going to watch Tommy's back, yeah?
Yes, Mom. I will keep my father safe.
Really weird that you're a dad, mate.
I know. I thought like my first child would be slightly smaller and less metallic.
He seems older than you.
Well, they age quickly, robots. I don't know.
I am precisely 1 week old.
Oh, how they grow up. Yeah, I'm not too sure if it was a good idea to go after Rogar, but he's gone by himself.
I mean, it's a plan. not saying it's a good plan. It is a plan.
Literally the worst decision you've ever made.
I mean, at the end of this episode, we might talk about what our original plan was before the situation changed. But yeah, we'll continue on where we are now.
I feel like you guys always come up with plans that fall apart within the first 2 minutes of the session.
Well, I mean, we come up with an interesting plan for the situation at hand at the end of the previous episode, and then
yeah,
as
with
the
the
new
information that we have present.
Yes, I think it would have been an interesting plan, but we'll see. Never mind. I mean, we're enacting part of it, so fine.
That's the joy of D&D. Spend a week planning, don't execute it.
Yep, have to come up with shit on the fly, which is always the idea that is best, to be honest.
Indeed.
When you can listen back and think, why the fuck did I do that? Why the fuck did I jump out of a window? Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Why am I following the fucker that jumped out a fucking window?
And is obviously heading on nefarious business, because when has Rogar not headed on nefarious business?
But at the end of the day, I jumped out a window and I've decided I have to go balls deep on this, so I've got to go like a madman.
So,
Okay.
which you want to go first?
We
Yeah.
split the party. It's a bad
Yeah, we did.
idea.
In free.
I mean, that was always going to be the plan, sort of.
Okay, so Rogar, we're going to pick up with you first running outside, and Sophia will be running along after you in a little bit. Tommy and R4, so you two are going with Ormond to try gather up City Guard and start trying to hold areas?
Yeah, basically, we're just going to try and kind of aiming to kind of put some strong points in a kind of a few streets behind the city walls. So I'm assuming that the soldiers have all headed to the city walls to try and repel any assaults. But obviously, as angels can fly over walls, that's not much good. So what we want is some sort of key strong points in the city, like big buildings, banks, things that are fairly solidly built and fairly easy to defend.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Okay, so we'll pick up first with Rogar. Rogar, you run through the city gates and you can see like Palace Guard running in all directions, City Guard running in all directions, and just absolute chaos everywhere. You kind of physically shudder as another huge chunk of rock comes flying into the city, not too far from where you are, and just demolishes a building entirely. But it didn't take you long to lay eyes on who you were looking for, as you spot a building just in the government district. Relatively nondescript building, except for the fact there is a man sat on top of the roof of it.
Do I recognize who he is?
Are you going to try to get up to the roof?
From
down here, it looks like a man in a robe. You can't really see his face very well.
I suppose it would make sense that I would try and find out who this person is, since I've run out there trying to find them. So, yeah, why not?
So, are you like bursting through the building, just trying to get up to the roof?
Yes.
So you just like run through there like the fucking juggernaut, but at this point there's so much chaos in the city, no one even bothers to stop you. The guard on the door has already left, and any of like the clerks inside are just panically grabbing paper and picking up their favorite abacus and trying to run out of there. So they pay you no mind as you like run through the building and eventually find your way exiting on the roof.
Okay.
And yeah, you walk out of a door onto this flat rooftop, and you see a man sat on like the ledge of the roof. From behind, he seems to be wearing a black robe, but the robe itself, it has its hood up, and there's something so odd about the robe. When you look at it, it doesn't look like it's made of any sort of material. It almost looks like it's just cut, like a silhouette out of the world itself.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be less forceful than I originally was based on that description. I'm just going to say, stranger, might not want to be, waiting around on top of buildings. There's a war going on out here.
Oh, I'm well aware that there is a war going on. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Come, take up a seat. It's a great view.
Do I recognize that voice?
Not at all. What do you do?
That's difficult.
Did you see me chasing you down?
He hasn't seen you yet, no.
Okay.
He's a few minutes ahead of you from jumping out the window. But you are on your way.
Yeah.
Go on then, I'll go sit down next to him.
Okay. So you walk over, and as you get close, that robe looks so strange. Like, you almost feel like if you tried to reach out and touch it, your hand would just go straight through it into, like, the endless abyss of night. But when you get next to him, you see, as his hood's up, you can see part of his face, and his face initially looks human. He has a very well-kept, short grey beard, kind of little signs of age on his face, a few wrinkles. But then you realize they're not wrinkles. they almost look like cracks, like his face is like almost like a shattered mask, but it seems to move as if it's a normal human's face. And what strikes you immediately is his eyes. His eyes are just two pools of darkness. And you look into them for a brief moment as he turns to welcome you to a seat. And it's like you're staring into the night sky briefly, like you see little pockets of light in that darkness that appear and then fade. And then he looks away from you, and it's like you were just in a trance for a second. And he looks out over the city. Yes, I wouldn't miss this for the world. Today's an important day. A very important one.
Do tell.
Tell me, Rogar, what do you think's happening?
Well, seems as though it's Judgment Day. You know, I've read about this in one of my books.
Reading is a often dangerous pastime. You never know what you might learn.
That's very true, but you know, I feel as though I've learned quite a bit, and you know, this is the way it's meant to be. Made a lot of sense.
You say it's Judgment Day. Judgment for whom, do you think?
Well, if I if I remember it correctly, I think it's Judgment Day for Varadin, is it? Yeah, I believe. I recall the passage. Yeah. With his head placed upon a pike, the host of heaven shall soon strike. Judgment Day has come for Varadin.
Oh, that is one way to see it, yes. Judgment Day for this poor, blighted little city. But there are more moves at play here than you may realize. What do you think of these angels, Rogar?
Well, you know, in grand scheme of things, you know, short-sighted weaklings, really. Just another thing in the way of destiny.
Short-sighted, yes, but certainly not weak. They have their strengths. But one thing that is important is that an angel is a predictable creature. You always know exactly what an angel's going to do. It's going to do what its god demands, and it's going to do it brutally, efficiently, and to the letter of the law. That makes them quite easy to outmaneuver, wouldn't you say?
I never quite thought about it like that, you know. I suppose. Yeah. I much prefer the idea of killing the god, though, than it's just a directionless creature.
He looks out over the sky, and apart from that storm cloud that's growing, you also see those 5 burning eyes. And they're like literal eyes, but completely wreathed in flame, and the flames almost fan up like wings behind them. He goes, killing a god is a difficult matter. They are interwoven with the fabric of this world. They serve a purpose, but that purpose can be usurped. Their power can wane, even be taken from them. That makes them fearful creatures. When something rises up against them, equally makes them as predictable as their little servants. Look at them all, Rogar. Look at them gather here to bear witness. Why do they send their eyes? They send them because they struggle to see. Ah, yes. Today is Judgment Day, but not just for this city.
For me?
You? And he kind of considers you for a moment. And again, you sort of get lost in those empty eyes of pure night. No, Rogar. I have seen your death, and it is not today. Today is the day we finally finish the job, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Nevertheless, there are things to do.
The job? Which job is this? I'm pretty sure we're on the same page here, you know. Which one are we talking about?
And Rogar, you start hearing all these little whispers in your ears and all around you as the man stands up on the edge of the roof, kind of stretches out a little bit and goes, "Oh, a job that's been a long time in the making, and I must thank you and your little friends. You played your roles perfectly. It's always good to see people act in the way you expect them to. And you, Tommy, Sophia, you all played your part, and I thank you for it."
More than welcome. We're definitely on the same page, yeah?
was certainly on our page. Maybe it's the same one. That will be revealed soon, I suppose. Anyway, I have work to do. And so do you. But if I were to offer advice, I'd say it's best to get out of here sooner rather than later. You want to get a good view for when the show really begins.
Rogar's going to start rocking and laughing to himself while I sat down.
Goodbye, Rogar. It was nice to finally meet you in person. And he steps forward as if he's going to step off the roof and completely disappears. And Rogar, you look down and look all around and you can't see him, but you see Sophia running up in front of the building.
Can I see him?
Give me a perception check. See what's
Is he just slowly rocking himself?
Yeah, I would be.
Ugh, 14.
You see and hear Rogar at the top of this roof just laughing.
Rogar, did you just go up there because it's getting a bit too tough?
Never fear, my dear Sophia, for I've seen it in the stars.
I ran after you because I was worried about you, but if you're just going to be quoting that babble,
Oh.
why are you up there on the roof?
Well, I think we may have to leave.
Wow.
But it's kind of up to you.
Do you think this city's lost then?
Oh, most definitely. This is not a force that we can fight. Not you, not I, not Magical Odell over there. No, no, no. I think retreat is the way forward.
As Rogar is saying that, you spy behind you from the palace where the window broke a flash of blinding light that then dims.
Shit. I'm guessing things didn't go his way. Should we try and find Tommy, or you done chasing after whatever you were chasing after?
Chasing? Oh. No chasing. Yeah. Yeah. Tommy, leave. Sounds promising. Yeah.
Right. Let's go find Tommy. We'll talk it over. I think he was gonna try and fortify some positions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sewers probably a good idea.
Yeah?
Sounds like a Tommy thing.
I mean, I have thought about just fucking leaving. It's getting a bit. I mean, angels. There's 5 of them, for fuck's sake.
Well, unfortunately, Sophia, you are more bound to this place than I. If you wish to just run and leave, then I suggest we get out of here as fast as we can. And I'm gonna. Well, I assume I'm still on the roof at the minute, so I'm gonna start heading down off the roof.
Okay.
As I kind of leave her with that, we could just bolt.
So I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Tommy's told you where he's going, and if he's going to so find some fortified positions and start meeting up with the guard, I would say Oman would recommend heading to like a city barracks first to try to recruit some of the guard and see what they're doing. Does that sound like Tommy would go for that, or would you go straight to the sewers?
Sounds like I've already try and get some guards first, because that's closest thing first. Get them starting to sort the city out, and then probably I'd head into the sewers to try and rustle up some rat runners, see what we can do, defend our city. Because Tommy's probably the only one out of the party who actually has a real tie to the city. He doesn't know anywhere else. This is his home.
Okay, so Sophia and Rogar, you guys are going to head over to where Tommy is?
Well, I just started thinking when
I did give you the sending stone, by the way, so you can contact me straight away if you need to.
Yeah, it's just Rogar saying that I have more ties to the city, and I just started thinking about it. I was like, well, I don't really. The only people I have ties to are those idiots and the Doom Guide. So I think I might actually go find the Doom Guide, considering he is a servant of Kalimvor, and that guy had the symbol of Kalimvor on him. Well, he said it was anyway. Might be smart to go see what he knows.
So you want to run off to the Temple District?
Yeah.
Before going to see Tommy? Where are you going first? because that's going to dictate what happens.
Let's go see Tommy. Fuck it.
Okay. So the pair of you run towards where you know Tommy to be. So let's pick up with Tommy. So Tommy, you and Ormond and Emmerich actually are all heading towards the closest city guard barracks that you could find. As you're running through the streets, you see that the barracks have already started like spilling out onto the road, and they've set up like barricades. They've just been pulling like crates and bits of wood, and like they were not prepared for a sudden invasion, but they've done the best they can to kind of start barricading up the street and slowing the tide. But you see that there are already divine hand soldiers upon them, all of them with this golden gauntlet on their chest, and each small group is led by an angelic being, but not as big as and intimidating as the ones flying high up ahead. These ones, they look more human-sized. They look more, they're armored, so they're not like walking around shirtless, like weapons can't hurt them, that sort of thing. They seem to be like small little shock troops that are trying to invade the city. Are you going to go in and try support, or are you turning away?
I'm going to think, shit, time's against us. We need to get people out of here. And I think it's probably rather than just, if it looks like there's waves coming, logical thing would be to try and see if we can start rallying, sort of getting people into the sewers to get sort of civilians out of the way.
Okay.
Kind of what I'm thinking, the guards are doing what they can to hold up the onslaught, but time is really running out, and we're going to get a lot of civilian casualties on our hands if we're not careful. So yeah, just start getting directing them to kind of get people out, get people into the sewers. I can kind of point them at the nearest entry points, and that's probably the way to go. I think buying the people some time is a good idea. So once I've kind of got that sorted out, then maybe I'll start heading for the barricades to try and support if I can.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is start like yelling towards civilians and start telling them to get to the sewers.
Yeah, and any sort of nearby guards to try and start directing people. Look, there's entry points there, over there, down behind that street over there. Get the grates up, get people into them, get them down there, get them moving away from the city if they can.
Given like the chaos of the situation, they just sort of follow your orders without questions. They hear like an authoritative voice like directing them where to go and what to do, and they jump to it. You see some of the guards start helping people out of their homes before their homes start catching fire, and like funneling them towards the alleyways to start getting them down to the sewers. You see some of the civilians are like thanking you as they go past, and they're like all just huddled over, scared, grabbing their children, their elderly relatives, and just trying to get the hell out of the way.
No time, just move, come on, go. Shit, rat runners or defend. Try and buy some time here. I'm going to see if I can just get a look and see if is it just a shock party here, or is it the spearhead? This barricade.
It looks like these are like the initial shock troops that have like are being supported by a single angel each, and then there's like 3-man teams other than that. So it's 1 angel and 3 soldiers, and they're kind of doing like quick get into the city, cause as much damage as you can, try to take out key strong points, put them under pressure while you assume probably like siege weaponry and bigger things are coming towards the city.
Okay, so maybe if I can take out the nearby team with Guard Captain Emmerich, then maybe we can buy a little bit of time for the people in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and attack the nearest ones.
Okay, then I am going to reveal to you a map.
Thought that might be the case.
And, can you see the lovely scene I've laid out before you?
Whereabouts are we? Yes, I can now. Cool. Yeah, I can. I can see the barricade, and I can see an angel.
This map is massive.
Big city.
Indeed. And, well, I guess it's time to roll some initiative. So, Emmerich with a 16 and Ormond with an 11. Let's see, Tommy, what you getting?
An 18.
And an 18 for R4 as well.
Whoop, whoop.
And I assume Tommy has vastly superior dex, so Tommy can go first. And you know what? Given Rogar and Sophia are running here, what we will do is we'll put you on the map just so you can roll initiative, but you're not here yet. So if both of you would also like to roll me some initiative, we have a tracker.
We're here, but not here.
Yeah. Here but not here.
22.
22.
A 10.
10.
Guys, by the way, just massively selfishly, what I actually really want to do is get to the merchant district
Okay.
because I want my sword back.
I want to seriously, we need to get out of here.
Well, that's what I mean. If we need to buy a little bit of time, we can take out this.
We just need to leave.
No, merchant district.
Oh, you're such a bitch.
You leave and piss off.
I wanted to.
do the usual Rogar. Bugger off. I'll fight him. Right.
Okay. So shall I assume, Sophia and Rogar, you're basically just taking the dash action all the way to get to Tommy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can take the dash action in the other direction if you want, Rogar. It's fine.
No, I'm gonna save your ass.
Yeah.
Somebody else after you.
First time for everything.
Come on, boys. They're fighting angels.
You need a hero. You need a hero at the end of the night.
I'm just trying to keep you in the action. Stop you running away again. Come on.
Have you got your banjo out and you're singing that song?
Yes. Is my bat here yet?
I was going to say, I was about to put him on the map, because
Woo! Dwayne!
by this point, Dwayne would have indeed joined us, your giant bat.
Yay.
Dwayne.
Dwayne the Bat Johnson.
I'll just say he goes on your initiative for now. So, Tommy, you're up first. What's going on? You see three of these golden armored soldiers in front of you. You see an angel. All of them are engaged over these barricades with regular city guard of Baradin, and well, the guard are holding their own for now, but probably not for long.
I think the smart move is to try and take the angel out of the situation. So I am going to, from my position, I'm going to immediately draw a bead on him with my rifle, and take a shot.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to spend a grip point, get advantage on the first shot. A 29. So
Ooh.
that's a
Jesus
crit.
Christ.
And I do, natural 20. I do 20 points of damage and an additional 9 points of damage on top of that.
Not bad. So you rock up, pull out the rifle, and just bury a shot right between this thing's wings. You see it almost like stumbles to the ground, bits of its armor crack, and yeah, it takes a hell of a lot of damage. But I mean, it's alive. But you heard it.
Good. And can you send me that sheet with the weapons on again? I really need to do that because I can't remember if I can take 2 shots with the rifle in a turn or if it's 1 and reload.
I think it's 1 and reload.
That's fine then. I'm going to move up
So you
30 feet.
towards the barricade.
Running towards the barricade and use my free action to switch and whip out the last rites. Take another shot at him. My free flourish, as it were, to switch weapons. But just a regular shot. A 26 and another 14 points of damage.
So 26 with 14 points of damage.
That's
Okay.
it.
You pull out the last rites and fill this thing full of lead with another shot. Again, hurts it, takes some damage. Also roll your necrotic, because this thing is not immune to necrotic.
Oh yes, of course.
Mm.
Yeah. Another D4 of necrotic damage coming up, and it's a full 4.
Nice.
Full force of the 4.
So 14 points piercing, 4 points necrotic, and this thing is seriously hurt. You land 2 heavy shots upon it. It is bleeding this sort of glowing blue blood from its cracks in its armor. It is not happy.
I mean, I probably shouldn't try and cheese it, so I won't try and cheese it because I'm not sure how my bonus action additional works if I've taken a shot with a long rifle and then a shot with a pistol. Because although it's technically a free flourish, I think it might be cheesing it a bit to try and get a offhand shot. But I don't. I mean, this is the trouble with a kind of, you know, there's not a lot of errata for gunslinger classes really to kind of clear up some of these things.
To be fair, I think I have allowed it before, so for now, I'll say you can do it.
Cool.
I'll check it at another point to see. I think the debate would be if the rifle is a 2-handed weapon.
Exactly, but then my second attack, because it's a free flourish, is with a 1-handed weapon. So can I use my bonus action for another attack with my offhand?
Mm-hmm.
And okay, well, if you're gonna let me have it, I'm not gonna turn it down. So another shot with my regular pistol, a 23 and 15 points of damage.
Nice. You deal a serious chunk of damage to this creature, and it looks heavily wounded, but is still standing.
I'm gonna shout to the others, "Take out the angel. The rest will fall."
Okay. And with that yell to your makeshift party, it is R4's turn.
Well, he's gonna charge up full movement to get to here, actually, and that's all he can do because he can't attack, obviously, because he's charged. So that's the end of his turn.
He's just run in by himself?
Well, he's running to help the guards. I'm a turn in
Oh,
movement behind
okay,
him.
yeah, that's fair enough.
So he's got all the palace
He's good.
guards around him, so it's not just him on his own.
Okay, that's fine.
And Emmerich is probably going to do something very similar, because he can't really get close to anyone to attack. So Emmerich will follow in R4's footsteps and run up to the barricades and start attacking these soldiers, try to cut a path through to that angel. And that's his turn with a move and a dash. And now it is the soldiers. So my divine hand. Let's see what you do. Take a stab against this city guardsman with a 14. Not good enough. So the first pair of them are just clashing and not much is happening. Second one is going to stab at that one. Second divine hand soldier is going to stab the city guard, also miss. And third one hits and deals 4 points of damage. And then my guards are going to return fire. Miss, hit. I'm not going to read out every single one of these rolls, especially because they're not very impressive. And my last guard who was wounded actually rolls a unnatural 20 and deals a little bit of damage as well. So these guys are fighting, but they're pretty evenly matched, and not much else. Next up, Ormon. He is possibly actually just going to take a shot instead of running too much closer. What can he do?
I don't think we've ever seen him fight.
No, you have not. Also, he has no ranged weapon, so sadly he's going to pull out a scimitar from his belt and charge in as well. Best he can do is actually rock up right behind R4, but again, can't attack this turn. So,
Right, give my boy some backup. It's cool.
Rogar continues to run,
I do.
and now it is my angel's turn. My poor angel took a shitload of damage and did not like all those gunshots to the back, and well, is going to turn around and fly directly at Tommy for all those nasty shots, I think. Yeah. So my angel can fly 90 feet, and you notice
Bitch.
as she sort of flutters her wings in this poor guardsman's face, he gets distracted and does not get his attack of opportunity. And she's going to take 2 attacks with a long sword against Tommy as she kind of flies towards you with haste, gripping her sword in 2 hands. Natural 1.
Ooh.
That is unfortunate. Second attack. 14. No injury. Good. Okay. That's all she can do. That is her turn over with. Sophia, you continue to run.
Am I on the map yet?
No, not yet.
Oh.
God damn it.
How far away am I? Sorry.
Not too far away. The next round, you guys should be showing up on the map.
Oh, I need to be...
Tommy, with stopping to help citizens and that, he's only a couple of rounds ahead of you.
Okay.
Which, remember, is 12 seconds. So,
Okay.
Tommy, your turn.
Well, free flourish to put the guns away. No point trying to shoot her point blank. And short sword and element's wrath. Fortunately, because I need to go and get my rapier.
What's Wrath doing nowadays?
Sorry.
What element is Element's Wrath doing nowadays?
I should have mentioned this morning. Actually, it's now doing lightning damage.
Okay.
Cool.
Because it's been on fire for too long, and too many things are immune to fire.
Yeah, you're getting too pissed off with it.
I mean, these guys are probably going to be immune to lightning, but fuck it, why not? Yes, first swing with Element's Wrath. Straight up 19. 10 lightning damage.
Ooh. And with a 19, you just managed to get through the cracks in this thing's armor and
Shit.
electrocute it for 10 points of damage.
19? Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
And that bird fries.
Whee!
You have killed your first angel, Tommy. How do you feel?
Like a boss, gotta be honest. Yeah, feeling pretty good. Singe that bitch right out of the sky.
As she's kind of like electrocuting and trying to like swing her last attack towards you, but then failing, you just hear, "You will pay for this unholy monster," and then collapses in front of you.
Not as much of you as you've paid. And I'm gonna run straight over her, stomping on her as I go past, and head towards the combat. So 30 feet, just bring me up to that barricade there, in defense of that guard.
Okay.
And that's
You can take your second attack.
can I hit anything?
Yep, there's a divine hand soldier in front of you.
The divine hand soldiers are the purple, yeah?
Yeah, the purple and gold guys.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. I'm gonna take my second attack then with Element's Wrath on that. Sorry, I thought they were the Palace Guards. My bad. A 24 and 8 lightning damage.
With a 24, he is taken completely unawares, and you manage to put him down for the count.
Nice. I had a bonus attack there, but fuck it. I've freed up these two guards now. They can move across to the other two in their turn. That is me done.
Indeed, which means it's R4 up next. And the soldier in front of him is looking heavily wounded.
R4's going to take a bit of a stab. His gunpowder spear, and he's going to use it two-handed because why not? He's not got anything in his offhand.
Why not?
A 10.
10, however, is not good enough. These guys are pretty well armored, even if they're not too hearty.
Come on, R4. I don't think he gets the second attack.
I don't think he does, actually. That is R4 done.
Yeah. Alas.
Emmerich. What are you going to do, Emmerich? You are going to swing at this poor soldier man. Emmerich with a natural 20.
Nice!
Which means he rolls an extra 2d6.
I think you might split that guy in two.
Yeah, Emmerich rocks up, grabs his greatsword, and just swings it round in a brutal arc, cuts straight through this guy's spine, and he is immediately killed. So Emmerich's going to move around and do his second attack.
Cool. Come on, Emmerich. 2 for 2.
With a 16, he does hit, and for 12 points of damage, he kills the second guy. So Emmerich just descends upon this barricade like a man possessed and cleaves through 2 of the Divine Hand soldiers.
I mean, it's probably... He's been working out since he's been in jail.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all he could do in jail, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like... I had a bit of a fight last time, but now I'm good. I was a bit malnourished and all the rest of it.
Hmm.
Right.
He's got the taste for blood now.
Okay, and next up would have been the soldiers, so I'm going to resolve some things on a different side of the map.
Died.
Oh, he died. You're just picking off random soldiers off the map now.
No, I'm doing some background rolls, seeing if they live or die.
Anyone else calling bullshit?
Got 2 angels down there.
So one of the Divine Hand soldiers goes down, but a couple of the city guard go down. Next up, Ormond. Well, the guy who's going to attack is dead, so he is...
Too slow.
He's going to advance a little bit more. Start seeing what's going on this other side of the barricade. So now that you guys get past the barricade, to describe this out a little bit more, you see at the sort of intersection of the street where the guards make their home, they have barricaded off all 3 roads that lead this way, but they're being assaulted on all sides. And Ormond is going to start helping out on the other side. So he's going to move up a bit. In fact, he will dash a bit as well. And Rogar, run. And next up, angels. So, my angels, what are they going to do? They're a bit far away. You know what? They're going to try tidy up on this side a little bit more, rather than go attack you guys. So, first angel is going to try kill a guardsman. Miss. And with the second attack, also miss. Oh wait, no, sorry. That first attack was with advantage. Second attack, he swings and misses on everything. Sad times for Angel Boy. The other angel, however, is free, so he is going to run up to Ormond and fly through the air and come crashing down on our poor revolutionary leader.
Come on, Ormond.
First attack, 8. It's a miss. Second attack,
Oh, that's lucky.
16.
Look at that radiant damage. The first attack that missed would have done 30 points of radiant damage. Ouch.
Yeah, the radiant damage is nasty. You watch, and Tommy, you got a nice up-close view of this, but those swords, when the angels swing them, seem to glow with this like golden energy around them. And unfortunately, that second attack with a 16 does hit Ormond. He's going to take a chunk of damage. So he takes 6 slashing damage and 26 radiant damage. He is hurting after one attack.
Oh dear.
You watch Tommy as like a spattering of blood just appears across his chest as this little explosion of golden energy kind of surrounds him in a corona that seems to just burn away at him. And that is my angel's turn. Sophia, top of the round, you are now on the screen.
You know, I'm miles away though, aren't I?
Yeah, but your bow can shoot quite a long way.
That's very true.
Remember, you previously you've been able to shoot off the map.
Wait a minute. I just want to measure it. Okay, it's only 135 feet to the fucking angel. Yeah. I will move 30 feet, and then I will.
You have already moved 30 feet to get
Oh, have I? Oh, bollocks.
If you want to dash, that'd be
No.
using your action.
No. I will just attack with +1 arrows.
You can use your +1 arrows, okay.
Yeah.
Remember to count these down. You only got so many.
Come on! Shit! 8
Natural
and
1.
12. It's ridiculous. I'm
Uh,
out of breath.
You are out of breath. Unfortunately, that's a miss. Second shot.
Second shot. 20 and 10.
20 is a hit, but you notice as your arrow bursts with radiant damage, it doesn't seem to affect the angel as much as you'd have thought.
Bugger fuck!
Because they are divine creatures, and that's radiant damage.
Right. I need to chase after them. Come on, Rogar.
Sophia, that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh well.
Tommy.
What?
Hey, this time it's Sophia who has to not do very well in combat.
Yeah, we each have our turns. It's fine. Right. So I'm going to move 30 feet. So I'm going to try and move up in support.
I've just been looking back at the rolls I've been doing. My radiant damage die rolls have been insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
they have.
scared me. I mean, 48, which is a lot, but yeah, 8 and 7 for that. Fuck off. Right. So yeah, I'm going to move up to here, and I'm going to expend 3 charges of the Ring of the Ram.
Ooh, breaking out a new magical item. I always like that.
Why not? So a +7 on a
Nice.
d20. And I'm rolling shit now. So
Natural
Hey-ho.
2.
a natural 2. The Ring of the Ram rides off in the wrong direction.
So yeah, you point your new ring at this angel, and I have to assume you're just taken by surprise by the sheer force of energy that comes out the end of the ring, and it just knocks your hand completely wild, and this spectral ram's head comes flying out the ring and like smashes into a wall a little bit away from you, but completely misses the angel.
Well, that's a shame, but never mind. I guess you. Yeah, I guess I do have to declare that there was 3. I was going to use 3 charges before I attacked, so
Yes.
I couldn't just do 1. Well, it is what it is. I guess maybe I shouldn't have tried the 3 charges on the first shot, but yeah, you got to do what you can.
Go hard or go home.
Exactly, and I can't shoot because to draw stow my swords would be and I can't do both, can I?
Well, using the ring is using your action because it's a used
Yeah.
magic item. So
And I can't use my bonus action to shoot because I need to stow my swords and draw my pistols. I can draw
Okay.
my pistols as a free flourish, but I don't think I can stow my swords as well.
That I don't know. Well, if you don't think it's the case, we can say.
Well,
that.
I mean, normally you say you can either draw or stow a weapon, but you can't draw and stow in the same turn.
Well, it's because stowing takes an action. So normally you would drop your weapon to draw.
Yeah. But I don't want to drop my swords because I'm defenseless in close combat. So
Okay.
It
Okay.
makes it. Yeah, I think I'm done. Annoyingly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you want to action search, just lay that temptation out in front of you.
Yeah, you do. You always that niggling doubt.
I've moved, so I need to.
Oh
I
yeah,
need to move again. So I could action surge, but I've still got the problem of drawing and stowing my.
fair enough then.
So
Okay.
no, I'm done.
All right then. R4, you're up. What's R4 doing? Little robot buddy.
He is going to come up in, next to Tommy, give me some good, helpful. Actually, he's going to move slightly away just in case of. He's going to come up in support of me, but not in area of effect type stuff. Hopefully,
Alright,
not
sounds
obvious area of effect. If he stands right next to me, that's just asking for it, isn't it?
good.
So yep, that is my turn, I think.
Okay, Emmerich, what are you going to do, my friend? You are... You know what? I think Emmerich can actually do something useful, if I remember correctly. Emmerich is going to move up so that he's a little bit behind you and R4 and covers these guards as well. And he's going to use his leadership ability to hold up his great sword, still dripping with the blood of that soldier he killed, and just yell out a rallying cry. And for the next minute, everyone within 30 feet of him, who he's not hostile towards, anytime you make an attack roll or saving throw, you can add a d4 to your attack or save.
Nice.
So yeah,
Cool.
that's what Emmerich going to do on this turn. Soldiers, you're up. Okay, let's do some background rolls.
It's your own fault for putting so many people on this fight.
I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, this poor soldier dies. My poor city guardsman dies. Next round. Okay, he dies, and these two engage, and so lots of fighting going on at the barricades on the other side, and there are a few casualties on both sides as one of the Divine Hand soldiers goes down. My angels, what are they? Actually, not the angels' turn. Sorry, I'm moving ahead.
Can I just check that this guard here on the left hand side has taken out 2 of the Divine Hand by himself?
Yes, one man has taken out 2 of the Divine Hand by himself.
What a legend that guy is. I hope he survives. And then you have to give him a name, Cookson.
The new Oliver.
New Oliver, yeah. Oliver Mark II. Tommy's going to take a moment, by the way, while all this is going on, and just think how ironic it is that he's fighting like back to back with the city guards.
Hey, did you arrest me one time?
Yeah. If you told me that 6 months ago, Tommy would have laughed in your face and probably nutted you.
Right. Well, go on then. Ormond, what are you going to do? You going to prove your worth as the revolutionary leader that you were?
Seems it's the first time we've actually seen him in combat, the first time we've seen what he can do. Come on, Ormond.
Well, he gets 3 attacks, but this angel is very heavily armored, so let's see whether he hits on any of them. First one, no. Second one, definite yes. Third one is a no, sadly. Third one was a 16, and this thing is heavily armored. But his second one, his roll was a natural 17, so he gets at least 1 hit. Does a little bit of damage. So you watch as Ormond just unleashes with a flurry with his scimitar, but sadly, like most of the blows just go glancing off this thing's heavy armor. One manages to slip through, but doesn't do too much damage. See a little bit of blood drawn, but it's nowhere near a fatal wound. Okay, that is Ormond's turn. Rogar, you are on the board, and if you want to be, I'll say you're mounted on Dwayne.
Why not? Because it's cool to ride a bat.
I imagine that Rogar did the kind of thing like Legolas does in Lord of the Rings when the horses are just charging towards them. He just sticks his arm out and whips himself up into the saddle. I'm going to imagine that.
Because Rogar is super dexterous.
Exactly. I'm gonna a significantly less cool version of that where Dwayne drags you for about 30 feet before you eventually manage to get on his back. But you think you did it like that.
I am a rather large man. So riding on Dwayne, I'm guessing there's not many people left.
Not on this side that you're coming towards.
There's the angel and all the guards down the bottom though.
So I can't remember what Dwayne's movement is.
Oh, it's been a while.
It has been a while, and he's not on my sheet.
Let me bring up. He's a giant bat.
He is a giant bat.
Lovable, slightly strange-looking Dwayne, as he now has 16 different eyes and 2 tongues, but roughly looks like a bat.
That's really rough.
He can fly 60 feet.
So I will move 60 feet towards those angel thingies, which
Okay.
probably isn't as far as I thought.
60 feet towards the angels. So Dwayne can get you to there.
Ah, you fall off.
That is. Yeah, and I think that's all I can do. I'm quite far away from everything.
Okay. So you're not going to cast any cantrips or anything like that? You've got nothing you can hit with?
No, I think the longest one I've got is 120 feet, which isn't going to reach.
75 feet away from you.
Oh, is it? Wait, where am I looking?
Yeah, the angel that's battling.
Oh!
There's one here.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the angel that's battling Ormond in front of the barracks is within range.
I will lob a firebolt at it.
Okay.
It's only a 13 though.
13 is not good enough. You send this little mote of flame towards the angel, and it just like flaps its wing and just dispels it instantly.
Yep, and that'll have to be me.
Okay, it's Rogar done, which means it is my angel's turn. And my angel's gonna go after Ormond and try to finish him off.
Come on, old man. Jesus.
10. It's a miss. 15, which is good enough.
Shit.
That fucking radiant damage, man. Like 6 regular damage and 18 radiant damage.
Yeah. However, Ormond is just clinging to life.
Oof.
Oh,
He has,
Come on, Ormond.
he has 9 health. My other angel, however, seeing you guys starting to get closer, is going to swoop across and go after Tommy to try hold you all up. And he is going to take 2 attacks at you, Tommy. So he comes flying towards you, sword pointed at you, and just lunging in. First attack, 10. Complete miss. Second attack, 9. Also miss.
Thing about these angels is they're not really good at hitting things, but when they hit, fuck me.
Yep.
It's like
Sophia, you're up.
The fuck am I doing? So far away.
if you move up your speed, you can take another shot at one of these angels. And Tom, if you're kind of getting closer, and Tommy sort of realizes you're getting close, he might shout at you, "Use the bag!"
Oh yeah, I was gonna think about. I thought about that, and then it took forever to get to my turn. So. So can I move 60 feet and whip out my tan bag?
It's a bonus action.
So that's a yes.
Yeah, that's what you want to use your action for, your bonus
Okay.
action for.
Cool. I will go next to Rogar and lob one of my.
Actually, it is a full action to do this.
Oh, damn it.
So
To cast something from the bag.
it says to use your action to
yeah.
pull the object from the bag.
Oh yeah, but you command it with your bonus action, don't you?
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. So just move the
stand
30
back a
and
bit.
yeah.
And then how far can I throw this thing?
20 feet.
Okay, so 20 feet away from me is just behind Rogar. I'm gonna lob.
Roll a
let's
d8.
have a- 8!
8.
Oh,
Tiger.
that's awesome! I got a tiger!
The Tiger Queen.
Everybody's fucked.
Wow. I mean, they're not that great, but they're the
Oi.
best thing you can pull out of it.
Yeah.
It's an upside down tiger.
You reach into your tan bag and you throw out this little ball of orange fluff, and as it hits the ground, it kind of unravels into this large, intimidating looking tiger, which is in fact a large creature as well.
It's large.
I love the fact that the way the sprite looked. Then it looked like you just lobbed it and there was a tiger just flying through the air.
To me, it looked like a little kitten. Just going. I was like, okay.
No, it's just fine. It's cool. Yeah, the other one looks too chonk.
It looks like
Okay.
it's a rug.
Yeah. Dumb tiger.
Okay, so you now have a tiger. Hope you have the stats in front of you.
Yes, I do.
Good. Cool. Is that your turn then?
I moved, plus I did an action, and that.
You can use your bonus action to tell it to attack, but I don't think it can attack this turn.
You can use it to tell it to move. It's not near
Ooh.
anything to attack.
Yeah, I would like it to move
Okay.
You've got its
towards the.
How far can it move on your?
40 feet.
40?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Move. Towards the action, tiger.
Good. It just kind of mounts the barricade at the moment.
Yeah.
Stands on the barricade roaring.
Yeah.
Scares the absolute shit out of the city guard that were trying to hold the wall.
It's okay. He's friendly.
Tommy.
So an angel has appeared in front of me, and as you do when angels appear in front of you, bringing bad tidings, you try and smite them. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. With Element's Wrath, a 22 and 9 points of lightning damage.
Okay. So this flapping winged creature kind of lunges at you with a couple of attacks, misses completely, and you take advantage of it, striking back with Element's Wrath. And 22 hits, so a little bit of damage there.
You need to work on your hand-to-hand combat, mate. You're sloppy. And I'm going to take another swing. A 21 and 7 points.
Also hits.
And
You unholy abominations will be cleansed from the land,
look, mate, you started this, not me.
and we will end it.
Well, you won't. And I take another stab with my short sword. A 21 and 10.
Also hits. This thing's heavily armored, but you're finding all the little gaps, all the little bits in the plate where the plates just don't quite sit flush.
That's the thing about angels, they fight too clean. Tummy fights dirty. And I think I'm going to use an action surge. I'm going to try and kill this thing if I can. So yeah, Element's Wrath, 2 more attacks. Another 21 and 10. That's the third 21 in a row.
Jesus.
You and your roll 20 hacks.
Yeah, somehow. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And yeah, another attack, and a 24 this time, and 7 points of lightning damage.
Okay, so you lean into that adrenaline rush you've got going and just unleash an absolute flurry of lightning-based attacks and little stabs from your short sword, taking this thing completely by surprise with your ferocity and dealing a lot of damage to it. To take it, that is your turn, which means R4 is up next. What you up to, R4?
I don't know. His logical reaction is going to be to come and defend his master.
Oh, you didn't do it, but it didn't matter, but you got a D4 added to all those attacks to hit. From Emmerich.
Oh yeah, within 30 feet.
Mhm.
Oh yes, yeah, cool.
So does R4, so bear that
So does
in mind.
R4. Okay, cool. So R4 is going to. What do you think, guys? Should he try and help me?
Yeah, it makes that's
what I.
Yeah.
yeah,
The most logical thing he would do.
exactly, yeah.
Flanky.
The master's in danger, so he's going to come around in the flank, and he's going to take a 2-handed attack with his gunpowder spear.
With advantage and with a plus D4.
Exactly. A 15 plus D4. 1. 16.
The big clanking mechanical creature comes like lumbering over to you, but this angelic being is just too heavily armored. Its wings are getting all in the way, and R4 sadly swing and a miss.
He's not the best at hitting stuff, especially not high armor wielding bearing creatures. So. Never mind.
Emmerich, however, is going to go after the angel that's attacking Ormond and try back up the revolutionary leader. And he is going to swing a couple of times here, so let's load up that great sword. First one, 21, dealing 12 points of slashing damage as he takes this thing unawares. And his second swing, try to catch him in the backhand, 19, also hits. Emmerich is a man on fire.
He is on fire today, isn't he? Wow.
He got to do very little in the revolution, so he's taking it out on these angels. So yeah, a couple of nasty attacks, and Emmerich is in the lead. Okay, soldiers, let's see how they all do. Okay, unfortunately, one more guard is down. Next up, our lone city guardsman, who's already killed 2 of the Divine Hand, is going to go toe-to-toe.
Come on, son.
They neither go down. The second one's going to come over and try take him out.
Come on, dude.
Ah, also a fail.
Oh,
So
I'm heavily invested in this one dude now.
So one city guardsman goes down, but the other one is hanging in there, bringing the fight to the enemy. And it is Ormon's turn. Oh boy, Ormon, you are not in a great spot.
Talk around. Get advantage.
Disengage.
Oh, I'm thinking disengage, actually.
Pussy.
Yeah.
What? I'm nowhere
Guys-
near it. I can't fucking see it.
He is heavily damaged and may die, so he is going to do the smart thing, disengage, take a 5-foot step back, and he's going to move back towards the barricades.
For anyone who's played Fable, your health is low.
It is indeed, but Rogar, it's your turn, mounted on Dwayne the Giant Bat. What are you doing?
So, we're going to move another 60 feet.
Rogues, you should be up for slapping a few angels about.
I always am. So another 60 feet, just shy of getting me to that angel.
You get into the square next to me?
Let's have a look. I think I can.
Yeah, you can get side by side with Tommy.
Side by side with Tommy. So, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take a swing at him. I can take a swing at him off the way in, can't I? So,
I believe so, yeah.
awesome.
Like a Valkyrie.
Or,
Dark Valkyrie, very dark.
yeah, or something a bit cooler.
Hmm.
Oi!
That's
Awesome.
a 24 with 16,
Okay.
and
He just says okay, like that's not impressive.
and that's a swing and a miss with a 14.
It is indeed, but the first one, you bring Eclipse down on this creature and you take a huge chunk out of one of its wings. And as this creature turns and sees you, it lets out this piercing scream like it's reacting to your presence. And you just see like blind hatred in its eyes for you, Rogar.
It's fair, to be fair.
I'm used to that.
I just tip you a nod, like, right, mate.
Okay, that means it is my angel's turn. And, well, what's it going to do? This angel is actually going to completely ignore Tommy and R4 and swing at Rogar.
Thanks, Rogar.
And with a 23.
I'm going to cast shield.
Okay, what's that make your AC?
24.
Okay, so a shimmering blue sort of shield appears in front of you and protects you. But this angel's going to keep going at you. Second one with a 9. Do you see the other angel? Also looks towards Rogar and lets out that similar sort of piercing scream and just flies over to flank.
Opportunity?
No, because of its flyby ability.
Fly, of course.
It has a special ability that allows it to ignore attacks of opportunity when it flies. Very useful. And you just hear, "Die, abomination!" And it attempts to cut Rogar's head clean off. With a 22, sadly, your shield just reflects some of that damage and blocks the blade. Sorry, that should have been with advantage. That was the first roll, 22. Second one, 2 swings, 2 failures, as my angels seem to turn all their attention on Rogar.
Too angry to actually hit him, though.
Sophia, you're up.
I'm fucking miles away still.
Got your bow?
Yeah, but I'm still miles away. It's ridiculous. Right, I'm gonna move my 30 feet, which is still, like I said, miles away.
This is why they introduced mounts into World of Warcraft. So all classes could have mounts, because, yeah, it takes a long time to get places.
So, what's in... It's just those angels, really, isn't it? any of them look more hurt to be, Cookson?
The one that is completely surrounded by everyone looks quite hurt. The other one's not doing too badly, frankly. It's a little hurt, but it's hanging in there.
I mean, I shouldn't really give you advice.
My radiant damage is shit. Maybe I'll throw another d8. How many have I got those? Of those have I got?
3.
And when do they recharge?
Every night.
Short rest.
Short rest, actually, yeah.
Short rest?
Well, actually, no, your superiority dice might be a long rest, I forgot.
I know, I was talking about my die.
Talking about
my,
the animals, it's a long rest, I think.
Oh, your bag. Yes, you
Yeah.
can bring 3 out, and it's when you've used 3, they're done for the day.
Fuck it. Another...
Lob another beastie.
Come on. That's another tiger. I'm the tiger queen. I can feel the hatred coming from Cookson. So, yeah.
And then, yeah, get the tigers to move up, I guess.
Yeah, so that one can move 40 feet towards the right-hand type. Yep. And that one can flanky.
Yep, and can attack this turn. Hey!
Come on, attack!
Tiger attack.
Roll your attack.
Okay, let me just read this. Bite or claw? Let's bite. Roll d20, isn't it?
Yep.
Plus
Plus 5.
that 17 plus 5 is good enough. How much damage are you doing?
Okay, there's 1d10
10 plus
plus
3.
3. Alright, Matt, I can read.
Sorry.
Oh!
4.
Nat 1 and plus 3, so 4! Woohoo!
Okay, your furry ball of orange fury kind of appears and then runs over to this angel and tries to take a bite out of its calf as it's flying slightly in the air, and does a little bit of damage, but doesn't get a proper purchase.
It's alright. We mauled someone with a tiger. It's all good.
And I think that's it for me.
Okay, Tommy, you're up.
Okay, at the one in front of me who's now really distracted by Rogar, I'm going to start slashing. So, Element's Wrath, I choose you. Oh, and that was a normal attack, by the way, so I'm going to attack again. 16.
Not good enough.
Nope. And second attack with Element's Wrath. I remember. Advantage? A 29.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
You watch as Element's Wrath just
Ooh.
explodes with lightning energy, just crackling all over this creature's plate armor, frying its wings, and my poor angel drops to the floor dead.
And that first attack, I should have added d4 to it, so I could have possibly hit it with that first attack. But it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
because I killed it with a second, so it's fine.
Dead is dead.
Dead is dead. And so I'm going to move on top of the other one, just like the 3 feet. So there, yeah. Then I'm just going to roll an attack and attack with my short sword on the second one, and a 29, so a natural 20 on my short sword. 7 piercing damage and an additional 6 damage on top of that as well. Nice.
Cool.
Tommy's having a bit of a blinder.
You deal a nasty little cut to the midsection of this angelic being, and it starts to bleed out more of that glowing blue blood, but it is still alive.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh well. That's me.
So R4, what you doing?
Or he is going to come round and try and flank. So this angel is now flanked all the way around, and R4 is going to try and actually hit him this time. Fingers crossed. With advantage, +4. A 21! Hey! R4, you robotic legend. You do 6 points of damage, which is slightly more than a tiger bite.
He's afraid, this boy. Okay. R4 comes rushing over and just jams into the side of this thing with his spear, nicking it, making it bleed, opening that wound up just a little bit more, and hurting my poor angel badly. But that is R4's turn. Emmerich can't do a great deal. with this angel, because this angel's like completely surrounded. So you know what? I think he's actually gonna shoot at some of these soldiers. See if he can hit any of them with his heavy crossbow.
Help out the guys in danger.
Okay. 18 and 10.
Nice.
He loads up a heavy crossbow bolt and shoots one of these soldiers in the back. That is enough to take my poor Divine Hand soldier down. And Emmeric's going to move over a little bit after he does that. Could be a bit more central. And that's his turn. Soldiers! So these two on the far side are actually free. They're going to start heading... You know what? They're going to dash and go after Emmerich, who just shot their friend. They can't do anything else. The other one. Final climactic fight.
Come on, mate. Come on, you can do it. I'm on you, legend.
He ducks out of the way of the Divine Hand soldier's spear and just guts him right across the stomach, slicing
Yes!
the blade. And our little city guardsman wins. He held the line.
Yes! Hold the line! Oh, if we still had a city left, he deserves a medal.
Well, I'll tell you this, I've been just doing it via roll-offs rather than just doing the damage, because it's more of a meta construct of what's going on. He rolled a 15 against a 14.
Oh,
Oh, what a ledge. I love this guy. He needs a name. He's coming with us.
it's coming with this.
Bit much, but yeah, alright then.
He yells over as you say that, "You need a name! Recruit Jeffrey, reporting for duty."
Jeffrey, yes.
Of our first Patreon.
Yay! Jeff, you've been recruited by Hobo, mate. You're now Agent Jeff.
Sounds good. Kind of picks his way over the dead bodies. Orman, my poor Orman is he's very hurt. He's gonna take a healing potion. The only thing he has.
Smart move there. Smart move.
Recover 6 points of health.
Jesus.
He is in a very bad way.
Can I just check the rest of these guards? They're just kind of milling around by the barricade. Are they just defending in case any more come?
Yeah, it's basically all they've been doing. They're holding the line in case more things are coming. Which, I will say this, you can hear fighting going on absolutely everywhere.
We're buying some time for the people in this area.
Yes. Rogar, you're up.
I'm going to take a swing at this angel. With advantage by the looks of things.
Yep, because the tiger's helping you out.
Yeah. It's a 20 with... Oh, and I can re-roll both those. 2d6. So it's a 20 plus... It's a 20 with 12.
20 with 12. Ooh. So, yep, that's a do a wicked slice across this thing's chest, and you just see a spatter of blue blood goes all over the stone floor. But it is
Out of
still
interest, Rigger, or Bunkle, rather.
Yeah.
What does your divine smite do any more damage against these things?
No,
No.
it does not. It is against undead and fiends.
Ah, okay. It's technically a good divine smite.
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Fair enough.
To the forces of evil. And then a 21 with 13.
And as this thing is trying to hold its blood within its own body, you just twist Eclipse around and impale it straight through the chest. And my angel goes down.
Ooh. As I kill it, can I grab hold of it?
Yeah, sure.
So kind of as the light's going out in its eyes, I just want to say, the blood of the Black Star runs down upon the lands. Run, 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 and then drop it.
It looks both horrified and enraged at you as the light goes out in its divine eyes. And, well, he would have gone last in the round. So, at the end of that round, the 4 separate casts of control weather I did at the start of this whole session, from my angels flying up into the sky, starts to really kick in as all of you start being pelted by rain and hail and strong wind starts to blow through the streets. That storm overhead is getting worse, and all of you look up and you see those 5 burning eyes flash angrily. And from within that storm, you watch as these peculiar creatures begin to descend. They look like interconnected carriage wheels. They're about the same size as the larger angels you see, but they are wheels that are nested within each other, spinning round, and the outside of the wheels are covered in eyes, and they are entirely aflame. The wheels themselves do not burn, but you watch as 6 of these strange celestial entities begin to descend from within the storm cloud throughout the city. At that same time, you hear Cassiel's voice boom out once again across the entirety of Varadin. Your leaders have fallen. Try to resist, and you will be cleansed. You cannot stop us. We will cut out the beating heart of corruption that lies within your lands. We will stop our world falling to cosmic annihilation. If we must spill your blood this day to achieve it, that is the price we will pay. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Tommy wants to scream back, "We did it already, you dick!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm happy. I'm freely realised that I'm the Tiger Queen, so I'm all good.
I mean,
Sophia.
yeah, I mean, things are going pretty badly. I got to be honest. I mean, realistically, not speaking as Tommy here, we need to get the fuck out of the city. But speaking as Tommy, we need to get Jeff. we need to get to Telson's trinket so he can get his sword back, and then we need to leave the city.
So
Via looting his stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Why don't we just send you into the sewers, like?
Well, that's the plan. I mean, literally, the idea of this whole combat here, from Tommy's perspective, is to free up enough time to let some people escape, because for Rogar, he doesn't really care. For Sophia, she doesn't really care about the people in this city very much, beyond just occasionally being nice to a few of them. But these are, mostly people of Tommy's city. He's got a bit more of an attachment to them. So he's going to try and do what he can to save a few of them, and then his idea is to get into the sewers, following them, head over to Talson's, get his sword back, because he wants his sword back before he leaves the city potentially forever, and then heads out through the sewers to one of the exits out of the city, out a drain pipe.
Because Cookson's just going to go, nope.
Well, I'm sure he probably will be, but that's what that's what Tommy wants to do. Whether or not he'll get a chance is another matter.
We shall see what next week holds, but so far you have survived the invasion of Varadin. Let's see if that luck continues.
I mean,
doubt it.
I mean, if you ever wanted a theme for our podcast, we just killed 3 angels, so
yeah,
we're definitely the good guys.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, everyone. That was Gunpowder, Treason, No Plot. If you enjoyed the show, well, we now actually have a Patreon. So if you loved what you heard and you just want to send a little bit of your personal funds our way, you can check it out. It is at patreon.com/GTNP. We have tiers going down to just $1 up to $5. Give what you feel like.
Yeah, and you can be like Jeff.
You can be like Jeff, our first Patreon named NPC. And well, if you want to get in contact with any of us, you can find us on Twitter. I am there at @TreasonNo, and my players are there at their player names and GTNP at the end of it. You can check out our WordPress website at Gunpowder Treason No Plot, or our Facebook group, also at Gunpowder Treason No Plot. And I will hand you over to my co-hosts to say their own goodbyes.
As usual, if you've enjoyed hearing my voice, as much as I enjoy hearing my own voice, you can find me on the Lost Art of Podcasting and the Lost Art of Wrestling podcast. They're available on all good podcast providers, and you can follow them on Twitter at Lost Art Podcast and at LAOW Podcast. And maybe one day I'll be in the Red Scar Cafe on Red Scar Business Estate in Preston, Lancashire, the UK. Not during this pandemic.
And if you want to hear more from me, then I'm afraid, as usual, you can't. But in a little break from our usual Kurt telling you all about his new roommate Tommy and some of the fun of that, he's going to do a little bit of a plug for his latest album. And should you choose to become a $5 subscriber for our wonderful Patreon, then you'll actually be able to own one of his songs, personally signed, no less. I say the song, at least the lyrics of the song. I'm not actually going to sing it. Sorry.
Unless we force him to.
And we'll see. Yeah, so, do a little plug on my new album, Bring the Noise, with a Z, obviously. Kurt Van Helsing here, like you didn't already know. A couple of new songs for it, some pretty sweet little ditties. Challenge rating 5. That's about a girl whose love is a challenge rating 5. Got Tripod. Well, I bet you can probably guess what that one's about. I've got Vicious Mockery. That's a bit more a power song, really. That's quite a good one. Nice riff in there. I've got Dragonfire, about a little experience I had with some friends, one of whom is now dead. I've got Return of the Golden King. This is my magnum opus, as it were, about a weird dream that I had once. And I have Knoll Lover as well, all about some of the many ladies that I've had experiences with. Yes, one was a knoll. And hey,
Yeah, dude.
if you want to own any of my songs, lovingly signed by myself, a couple of kisses on there, then do please sign up to these people's lovely Patreon. Thank you.
Today you're going to be killed by imps. They're vicious, manipulative fiends that are among the weakest beings in the infernal hierarchy. They're considered minor devils, whose job are to assist and corrupt mortals, whom their masters groomed to the side of evil. That's it.
Okay. Imps. Fun little creatures.
Yeah, you could do with a couple of imps there, Rogar.
Could do, to be fair.
Should have rolled a wizard. Fine for failure.
Yeah, I don't think my wizard would have lasted this long.
I'm going to be honest, if any of us had rolled a wizard up, or in fact anything that had low hit points and low armor, then I think we'd all be dead by now.
Yeah.
Teaches you to hide at the back.
Yeah.
And pray.
At least for the first few levels. I mean, if you get to start at like level 8, then it's alright, it's pretty good.
Well, thank you for joining us, everyone. We will see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Hey nerd, do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Of course you do.
Do you like people with New Zealand accents? Of course you do again. Wake up, bucko. It's the fate of Ison.
We roll dice, laugh a lot, and tell a surprisingly compelling tale about a plucky group of weirdos.
Hey, who are you calling a weirdo?
Who gets swept up in a quest to quote-unquote save the world of Ison.
There's action, excitement, and there's a lot of apples. Seriously, there's way too many apples. It got way out of proportion.
Weird as my mother's top lip.
On the Necropodicon network.
See you there.
That'll do.
Thank you to Sirenscape for some of the music and sound effects that you heard within this podcast. They do amazing atmosphere and music, so make sure to check them out at www.sirenscape.com. Epic games need epic music.